Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We're going to that horrible world known as the JRC. But before we do the usual disclaimers, now, not getting in a rant this time, but if you hear a knock on my door in the next few minutes, that would be me groceries because I'm woefully low on my gummies. And that's no bueno, as my brother would put it. I has to have my gummies. It's a thing. It's a real thing. When they say us autistics are particular about food, here I said I wouldn't go on a rant. There are certain things in my diet that I absolutely have to have. Because if I don't, it's basically going to send me into autistic fog brain. One of those is I have to have my giant box of gummies. I don't know if it's a comfort thing, but it has to be there. Like, literally. So please do not judge us too harshly when it comes about the individual foods that we have to have, because it serves a particular purpose, even if we are not exactly sure what that particular purpose is. Because I don't. I don't know why, but I've tried to go without them before, and the results are not pretty, folks. It's not pretty at all. But anyways, now that you've heard me babble off about the power of the gummies, you may hear a knock on the door the next few minutes. So just kind of be prepared for that. Be prepared to see, pajama pants. I mean, I tried to at least make myself toply somewhat halfway presentable. But it's my weekend, and I just can't be asked when it's my weekend to go and play the goddamn doll. So please forgive my cursing. And let's get to the disclaimers, shall we? In the description box, folks, you're going to find the link to the article that the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read. It's written by NeuroClastic, a small non-for-profit started by autistics for autistics, wherein they interviewed and surveyed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so-called behavior modification program. Matter of fact, the JRC doesn't want you to read this article so much they have threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. Well, folks, NeuroClastic has refused, so you know the drill. Please read that article and share it on all your social media. Also shown in there, you're going to see NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding, folks, in case the JRC actually sees through with their threat. Also included in there is the Agape Boarding School / Stone for Help Boarding School article from Ozarks First. This is in regards to a so-called Christian-themed boarding school based out of Stockton, Missouri that takes in so-called troubled male teens that has impending over 21 civil lawsuits, claims, and allegations leveled against it, all which have been substantiated by the Missouri Department of Social Services in their investigation, and they include the following: sodomy, rape, sexual assault, child abuse, psychological and emotional abuse, child trafficking, starvation, and folks, that's just for starters. You have one former staff member arrested by the FBI, another a doctor who's still on the premises with full access to the boys up on multiple, again, substantiated claims of sodomy, rape, and sexual assault of the boys there. You have an attorney general too busy chasing after drag queens and failing to defund public libraries to actually do his job. And you got a governor that not even an intervention is going to be able to help. So please help me get the hell out of this state. Pipe dream, I know, but gotta try, right? And, circulate and share that article on all your social media. Also included in there is, as always, the pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign, including Hoya's massive archive on the subject, Jennifer Masumba's behavioral sheet of shockable offenses, a clip out of the 7-hour ordeal undergone by Andre McCollins back in 2002, the templates, and the ever-present self-explanatory change.org shut the Judge Rotenberg Center down petition. When we discuss the JRC, folks, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please use your headphones, all right? Also, folks, this channel is marked not for children for a reason. We use profanity on occasion and we speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously parental supervision is very much advised, all right? All right, square your shoulders. Pause your video, fix your cavity, because that's right, folks. Once again, we are about to descend into the mad ravings, the lunatic mind known as Dr. Matthew Israel. God help us all. You're going to hear gaslighting, victim blaming, pseudoscience and lies, abuse and torture apologencia, all coming from a man with a massive ego and, let's face it, an even larger God complex. So, folks, prepare yourselves for the stupid. All right, where we left off last time. When I started off at the Judge Rotenberg Center, I was in restraint at least 15 times a day. This is a sentence taken out of the testimonial student statement by a student called Janelle. MDRI has taken the statement out of context in order to make it appear as though Janelle is making a statement that was negative toward the JRC. Here we go again. We got to blame us advocates, right? Got to blame us. Because we're just stupid little autistics who just don't know what's good for us. And if we weren't smart, we just shut our mouths, hide ourselves from polite society, and let people abuse us to their heart's content. After all, it's what we deserve. Isn't that right, doctor? If you think I'm being extreme here, the facts are, folks, I'm not being extreme enough. Because, yeah. The fact of the matter is, folks, the MDRI presented the entirety of this statement in full and also acknowledged that this was done in favor of the JRC. But much like we do on this channel, though they present the statement in its entirety and do admit to the fact that it was supposed to be a positive review of the JRC, like me, we pulled apart all the shady crap that we see in these statements, and we also present facts. And to back those facts up, we got receipts. Matter of fact, our receipts have receipts. Don't believe me? The living archive that is Autistic Hoya's massive archive is right there in the description box. You don't have to take my word for it. All of it. Court documents, witness statements, ER documents, DESI reports, the FDA hearings, all of it is there for you to see for yourself. Dr. Israel loves to do this. His number one way to discredit any critique of the JRC is to put it on the backs of all of us advocates, while pointing out once again that we're disabled. And why does he do this? He is playing deliberately on the systemic ableism that is very apparent throughout the entirety of the medical model, as well as out in society itself. I mean, for God's sake, we are still compared to goddamn Rain Man. You want to get on an autistic's last nerve within a second of meeting us? Mention Rain Man. Because even the most calm and peaceful one of us, yeah. To this day, folks, that movie was made over 30 years ago, and we're still compared to it. That's how society views us. Outdated movie based on a lie. Because the person it was based off of didn't even have autism. Fun, right? And he deliberately plays on that ignorance, folks. He deliberately does that so that society will discount anything that we have to say, whether it's true or not. What he wasn't counting on was our resistance, our resilience, and our resourcefulness. And I mean, he really wasn't counting on it. We were able to present the receipts to individuals that neurotypical society would actually listen to. You can't unring the bell, doctor. That Andre McCollins video got out. You cannot unring that bell. You cannot make people unhear his screams. I guess I went off on a babble there, but so let's rewind back to the topic, shall we? He does this so that people will discount us. He wants you to believe that the only people fighting the JRC is us. And he wants you to believe that we are fighting the JRC either because it's Tuesday and we're bored, or we just don't understand what's good for us. It's the same argument that Autism Mommy TM has been using against us for years. You're not like my child. If I had a penny for every time I've heard that crap, I'd be a rich woman, and you all would know because you'd never see my happy ass again. My ass would have my own goddamn island with a separate building in which I would have the library of my dreams. Okay? It does it to try and shut us up. He wasn't counting on us to be smart enough to keep receipts. But we do, folks, and we do it inherently because we know that we have to. Because nobody, unfortunately, in this world will believe anything we have to say unless we have the receipts to back it up. We've learned our lessons well. And the fact of the matter is, the MDRI provided the entirety of the statement within the context that it was originally placed on the JRC website, which was in favor of it. What they did is call out the questionable things that were shown in that testimony and ask the same questions that we do so often on this channel. But let's read the rest of this, shall we? The full statement is repeated below, and the sentence that was taken out of context has been placed in bold font. Notably absent from the material that the MDRI authors choose to quote were statements such as, "I feel this program has done an awful lot to help me." Here we go again. We're just lying, folks. We're lying for, doctor, what are we lying for? What profit do you think this gets us? Does this look like that island to you? Because I live in bumfuck Missouri, okay? I'm sorry to curse, but I live in hillbilly hell. And there's nothing I can do about it. I profit nothing off of exposing this school for what it is. The other advocates profit nothing. We have nothing to gain. MDRI has nothing to gain. New York has nothing to gain. ARC has nothing to gain. March of Dimes, NOVA, all of these organizations. We have nothing to gain from this and everything to lose. I want you to understand that. We know what we're up against. We know what the JRC is capable of, and we are willing to still lay it all on the line to get those kids out. If that does not get your attention, I don't know what will. Okay? I will go ahead and cover this statement in the next video. But I want you to really think on this. What does the MDRI have to gain? What do I have to gain? Jennifer Masumba and all the brave survivors of this school have everything to lose. We do not have millions of dollars to back us. We are unable to take these bastards into court for infinity. We are laying everything on the line. Some of us have done it for over a decade. Some of us have done it for over 3 decades. We literally have everything to lose. But we do it anyway. Because we refuse to be intimidated into silence when our brothers and sisters are still there, still being shocked, sleep deprived, and starved every day. And we're going to close out on that thought, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So, folks, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time. And as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea do hope you have a good one. Bye-bye, everyone.